This sim is Stephen Horn. This is what he looks like. He has his hat on, which I was really happy that I had that hat. Um, so yeah, this is his sim. For his traits, he chose absent-minded. So what that does in the game is it's gonna make it so like whenever he's going to do like something, he'll easily get distracted and be like, "Oh, never mind," and like he won't finish it. He has commitment issues, so if any of the other Sims are like, "Hey, you want to go out?" He's gonna be like, "No." Anyways, that's how it's gonna affect him in game. He's a computer whiz, so if he has a computer around, he's gonna rock that computer. He's going to be really good at fixing it, um, at using it. He's gonna get more enjoyment whenever he does. He can also hack things better. He loves the cold. That is not the trait for this season, but maybe if he wins and he goes on to another season, or he loses first and goes on to another season, maybe that'll be a cold season. Pretty much he'll do better in the cold weather. And his sim is socially awkward, so he's gonna say the wrong thing at the wrong time. Though, it's possible that won't even happen. Um, Actually, I've played a little bit. I know for a fact this does not happen. He's actually very good at being social despite this trait. So yeah. But anyways, maybe he has some awkwardness in the future coming up. That's always gonna be really funny. So I'm excited about that trait. But yeah. So this is Stephen Horn. This sim is Alex Polly, and this is kind of what she looks like. Um, so yeah, this is her sim. And okay, for her traits, she chose absent-minded, so she's going to forget what she's doing quite a bit in the game. At least that's how this trait affects people. And so I don't even know if it's really going to affect other things. She is adventurous, so she likes traveling and going on trips, which really won't help with the Hunger Games, but it's a fun trait to play with. She's clumsy, so I think Brittany, who was in a different season, was clumsy, and you never really saw that affected a lot. But I'm really surprised. You think that it would make her less likely to do well in the competitions and stuff, but we'll see. Hopefully, we'll see something cool happen because of that one. She's friendly, so she's gonna love being around other Sims, and she's gonna make friends really easily and keep those relationships high. So that's a pretty handy one to have, I think. And this is a crazy handy one this season. She loves the heat, so she's going to enjoy being out in warm weather, and she's going to be able to stay out in it longer and not get sunburnt. And since this is a tropical season, this is a fantastic trait for her to have. So, yeah, this is Alex Polly. This is George Sokol. This is what his sim looks like. And I think it's kind of close-ish. Okay, so he is also absent-minded. I don't know. We might have 3 absent-minded Sims this season. I'm not entirely sure. I can't remember. Was Stephen Horn absent-minded? He was. Okay, I think we have a lot of absent-minded Sims this season. In other words, they're all gonna be like, "What were we doing?" He's artistic, so he's gonna be really great at art things, painting and music things also. Um, but yeah. He's a heavy sleeper, so he's gonna be able to sleep through like whatever. It doesn't matter what the noise is. He gets to sleep through it. I think this really helps if there's like a fire, though I could be wrong, but I think so. He's inappropriate, so he's going to say the wrong thing at the wrong time. He's probably not going to wear the right outfits when he should be wearing it. Um, and he's also gonna I'm sure he isn't like this in real life, but inappropriate Sims mock people, so he's probably gonna make some people upset with his inappropriateness. But inappropriate is a really funny trait for Sims to have, so I like watching Sims with it. And he's a workaholic, so I think I've said this before. I think maybe the seasons get over too quick for this to really take effect. But if they don't get promoted, they start to get negative buffs. And since they don't have jobs because they're in the Hunger Games, I don't know if it'll give them a negative buff or not. In the past, it hasn't seemed to. So yeah, this is George Sokol, and this is his sim. This is Doug Nelson's sim. So this is what he looks like. For his traits, he is an animal lover, so he's going to get along really well with a lot of animals, with horses, dogs, and cats, and I don't know, small pets maybe. So that'll be good if there are any pets around. He is frugal, so he's going to always want to save money by not throwing away food or possibly turning off electricity. Um, we don't have a lot of frugal Sims in the past seasons, but this season I think we have two, so that's kind of crazy. Um, he's good, so he's going to go out of his way to help other Sims, and he's going to want to donate money to charities quite a bit. But we aren't playing with wishes, so that really won't affect it. He loves to swim. This is like the most amazing trait he could have picked for this season, followed by loves the heat. So loves to swim is absolutely fantastic, and because you're on a tropical island, so there's going to definitely be some swimming at some point. He's a perfectionist, so he's going to spend more time whenever he does cooking, writing, or painting, but whenever he's done, it's going to be really, really good looking. So those are his traits, and once again, this is Doug Nelson. This sim is Kate Nelson. This is what her sim looks like. So for her traits, she is a computer whiz. So she's going to be really great at working with computers, and she's going to get more enjoyment out of using them, and she's going to be able to be better at hacking and fixing them, and pretty much just great with computers. She's excitable, so she's going to get excited about everything, and she's going to get a really nice buff whenever there's something she's excited about, so that's a good one because of the buff you get with it. She's a loner, so she's going to enjoy spending more time whenever she's kind of by herself, away from other people, unless they're her close friends, in which case she's totally cool with that, and she won't get a negative buff for being around that. But especially towards the beginning of the Hunger Games, when there's like 7 people around and she doesn't really know them very well, she's going to have a surrounded by people negative debuff for a while with that one. Wait, did she choose fan? Did I give her the wrong one? I don't know. I'll double check this to make sure this is right. I thought she was a supernatural skeptic. No, somebody else's. Oh, somebody else's. She's a that's fun. Okay. Well, she's a supernatural fan, which means she is going to want to talk about supernatural stuff, and she's going to love supernatural stuff, and she's going to just think that's great. And so the fact that she's a supernatural fan, if she ever talks to the other person that's a supernatural skeptic, they are not going to get along on that. So that's kind of funny that we have both in a single season. That's really cool. And she's a workaholic, so she loves to work, and she doesn't really become stressed by it. But since she won't have a job, I'm kind of wondering if she's going to get a negative debuff because she won't be having work. But I could be wrong about that. Anyways, so this is Kate's sim, and on to the next sim. This is Leslie Wells Lewis, and this is what her sim looks like. For her traits, she is a bookworm, so if there are other books around, she's going to really enjoy reading them. She's also going to be a very good writer. She's a genius, so when it comes to things like chess or logic-related skills, she's going to be super good at it. She's also going to learn either those skills or all skills a lot faster. I'm not entirely sure, but that is also a fun one to have. And she has a good sense of humor, so whenever she tells jokes to other Sims, they are always going to love them, and they're going to be like the best jokes. She has photographer's eye, so she's going to be very good with the camera if she ever takes pictures with the camera. And she's a supernatural skeptic. The thing here says, there's a world of magic and unexplainable wonders out there, and supernatural skeptics don't care for any of it. That stuff might be exciting for some, but supernatural skeptics prefer the security and comfort of normality. So, anyway, so I'm really excited about Supernatural Skeptic because Kate Nelson is a Supernatural fan, and I hope they want to talk to about it with each other, because then they'll be like, no, I don't like that. Yes, I do. Anyways, I think it would be funny. So, yeah. Also, I am fairly sure that there's going to be a Supernatural or two in this season, so I'm going to be super amused because I think she's not going to like that. And I'm curious to see what she'll do. What if she becomes a supernatural? How do supernaturals cope if they're a supernatural skeptic? I don't know. Maybe we'll find out. But, yeah, so So I'm really excited about her sim, and I think this is going to be fun. Anyways, so on to the next sim. This sim is Alex Ivanova. This is what her sim looks like. So for Alex's traits, she is a dog person. So if there are other dogs on the lot, she's going to be really happy and she's going to get along great with them and love to play with them. So that's exciting because there's actually a few opportunities for us to get a dog on the lot. She's friendly, so whenever she talks to other Sims, she's going to get along with them, be able to keep friendships with them better, and make friendships faster. She's frugal, so she's going to enjoy saving money by not throwing out food and turning off lights, and pretty much that's a fun one. I don't know if it'll really affect in the Hunger Games, but we will see. She's a gatherer. We've had multiple gatherer sims before, and I really feel like this should be like a crazy helpful one for the Hunger Games because they want to plant things and catch them, and you'd think that this would really help, but they don't seem to actually do this. So I don't know why they don't do this trait because they do other traits. So I don't know, but maybe it'll come in handy this season. I mean, Sims always do new unique things you never thought they would do. She's also handy. So this is an excellent one for the Hunger Games because she's never going to fail whenever she's repairing an electrical thing, which is one of the ways you can die. So congrats for her. She's not going to die from being electrocuted while trying to repair a broken TV or something. So she's also going to be really good at repairing things. So yeah, this is Alex's sim. So for this season, we have a rather simple set of alliances for the Sims. For Stephen Horn chose Leslie Wells Lewis as his alliance. Doug chose Kate Nelson, and they're also married. So Kate also chose Doug Nelson, so they get best friend status instead of the 50% status. George Sokol chose Alex Polly. And Alex Polly chose George Sokol, so they also got 100% status, and they're dating, so they get to be in a relationship. Alex Ivanova chose Leslie Wells Lewis, and Leslie Wells Lewis chose Alex, so they're full up. Anyways, I know that they had the option this time to choose enemies, but this is like the nicest group of people, and everybody was like, oh, I don't want enemies, or do I have to have enemies, or just a smiley face, none please. Like, everybody was just so nice, and they don't want to be enemies with each other. Yeah, so, and then even for, like, who they thought would die first, for, like, the first dead, they get a prize if they guess who dies first. People were like, oh, I don't know, I randomly chose this, or this person seemed to be random. So, I mean, if you're watching this and someone thinks that you're the first to die, chances are they might have randomly chose you for that. So, yeah, this is just a nice group of Sims. So, yes, this was the character introduction video, and I hope you enjoy the training video, which is up next.